Hello, my readers. Today we are doing comparison video, Hogwarts Legacy, on how every common room look introduction is different. Apparently can't skip this intro in this part of the game, so I'll get back to when we get to our first common room comparison. We're going to be doing sorting house ceremony, introduction, and what the common room looks like. Oh, and introduction to the Hogwarts Legacy classmates. Let's get started. Oh boy, he's unhappy. So this is the sorting ceremony we'll be doing. The hat thing. So
jealous. Black. Prepare yourself to meet the headmaster. Fig, nice of you to join us.
we'll only do this first time. That way, and the other times we will. 3 times we'll, not watch over and over.
That's no time for rumors, Fig, and I'm rapidly losing whatever patience I had left. If you're lucky, we might still be able to get you sorted this evening. I'll be in touch. Professor Weasley, we've one more to be sorted.
Welcome. You're just in time. Have a seat.
What's this do?
Ah, yes. A bit older than the others, aren't you? You come here with preferences and preconceptions, certain expectations.
I'm looking forward to meeting my professors and learning all I can at Hogwarts.
Indeed. Hogwarts has much to offer a dedicated student. And what you learn in class will prepare you for challenges outside the classroom as well. I wonder. I detect something in you. A certain sense of. What is it?
A desire to learn? I do enjoy a good puzzle, and I believe I have a ready mind.
You're clever indeed. You have the ability to reflect clearly on that which puzzles others. And you've a ready mind, quick to learn. Perhaps you belong in Ravenclaw.
Let's do the first comparison, folks. Invaders.
You belong in Ravenclaw.
Oh, and one more thing. In last spring's final, this year's Quidditch season has been cancelled.
What? Boo!
Enough! It's not as though I've banned flying altogether, but don't tempt me. You are here to focus on your academic futures. I'm sure you will have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow. I said, I'm sure you will have plenty to do before classes begin tomorrow.
Quite an entry. It's lovely to meet you.
Alright, let's get to the part where we meet our house.
Professor Weasley.
The school has to common room. Ah.
Quite uncommon for a student to begin as a fifth year. Might be a bit of a challenge. important one I'm sure you're up for.
I am, Professor.
This is the entrance to the Ravenclaw common room. You must solve a riddle to enter. I won't be of much help, I'm afraid. This sort of thing has always confounded me.
Who lives longer? The ghost or the poltergeist?
A ghost or a poltergeist? A non-being can never have been.
Well done. Now, go on in and get some sleep. You have a big day ahead of you tomorrow. I shall be back in the morning to collect you for your first class.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoy your first night at Hogwarts. Sleep well.
Looks like everyone's gone. Let's head to the common room.
So that's what the bedroom looks like. Okay.
I suppose some introductions are in order.
I'm guessing that's the female side. And that's interesting. That it's guarded by knights.
This should be interesting. One moment. Watch this.
So I mean, sooner than when we met in flying class.
Someone threw a gun bomb. Get out of here.
That wasn't quite the reaction I wanted. Oh well.
Right. What did you hope would happen?
I suppose I hoped it would lighten the mood. Ravenclaws can be a bit on edge the first day of class. I'm Everett, by the way. You seem downright calm next to some of these characters, and you survived a rather harrowing trip here.
I'm glad to be here. Ready for classes to start.
Good. Glad to hear it. Truly, there's no reason to be nervous. Most professors are firm but fair. I mean, not all of the tricks I play are as simple as a tossed dung bomb, and I'm still here.
Wait, did you say most professors are fun but fair?
Ha! I did. But probably best I let you judge for yourself. I do tend to push their limits. I should wander off before someone traces that dung bomb back to me. Nice meeting you.
You too, Everett.
Interesting. Okay, it's your room.
Deep breath.
Why, hello. Would you like to take a look? Can't see too much in the day. Well, except for stars like Sirius, Canopus, Vega, and Arcturus. I'm Ami. Pleasure to have you in Ravenclaw. Never met someone who's been so close to a dragon before.
Can't say I'd recommend it, frankly. It's nice to meet you, Amit. I take it you like astronomy.
Oh, yes. So much to be learned from the stars. Also, there's something about the open air and night sky above the tower. It's invigorating. You will adore astronomy. Professor Shaw is incredibly knowledgeable.
I hope astronomy's on my schedule. Sounds interesting.
I have good news for you. You are most definitely taking astronomy. It is required for all fifth years. You will be enthralled with the tower. Plus, a quality telescope can show you things you never dreamed of.
I suppose I'll see you in class then.
Yes. Oh, and speaking of class, better get to my first one of the year. Nothing like the smell of fresh parchment, is there? Be seeing you.
I'm not sure it's the right spot. I want him to be in the perfect place. A place he'll be happy with. But I can't seem to find it. Great golden godstones.
cozy. This thing is amazing, isn't it? So much healing power in such a little plant. I've a bit of a thing for plants, as you can see. Pleased to meet you. I'm Samantha.
Nice to meet you, Samantha. Is this me used in Wiggenweld potion?
It is. Looks like someone's been studying up on their potion making.
Actually, Professor Fig told me about the Wiggenweld potion.
Of course. I heard you were studying with him before term. He's an enigma, Fig. Teaches about theory, yet seems to know a lot about practical magic.
Professor Fig does know a great deal about, different forms of magic.
Well, I hope he told you about more than Wiggenweld. You've lots to catch up on, I'm sure.
An affinity for herbology is more typical of a Hufflepuff than a Ravenclaw, isn't it?
Ordinarily, perhaps, but it runs in my family. We've a full plot of these little fellows back home. I suppose you could say herbology is in my roots.
Is it common practice for students to grow their own ingredients?
Oh, yes. In fact, our herbology teacher, Professor Garlick, encourages it. And I don't think Professor Sharp, our potions master, cares where you get your ingredients, as long as your brews are all perfect.
It was nice to meet you, Samantha. Good luck with your diploma.
Thank you. And good luck to you too on your first day.
Hey there, new Ravenclaw. Professor Weasley is looking for you just outside. She'd best not keep her waiting.
Yes, you can wait a few minutes while I prepare the room. Okay, so we have a whole board here. Okay, second room here. Okay. Wow, lots of windows. A whole heck of a staircase. I'm sorry for people who are going to use. I cannot unlock that. I'm guessing that leads outside. Because I read up that there's a balcony out there. This must be something. Oh, more laundry room, more locks in here. Okay, that's interesting. There's a bunch of treasure in here. Must be the lounging rooms, possibly. Very fancy trash cans or something down there. Yeah, can't open that. And that's about it. But what's this? Let's see. Oh, the exit down. It's the exit downstairs. Are we only in the first floor? Oh, hello.
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at Hogwarts?
I've been dreaming of this day for a long time. Can't believe I'm here.
Well, you are here. Make the most of it. You only have one first
Can't
day
skip
at
this,
Hogwarts.
dang it.
Now, in light of your unique situation, joining us as a fifth year, you'll need to catch up with your classmates and not fall behind. Especially as you'll be expected to complete
Oh my
your
word. Well,
at the end.
we're on this one time for the
OWL.
first review.
Yes, your ordinary wizarding level exams. They will determine what type of career you can have when you leave here. After much discussion with the headmaster and the Department of Magical Education at the Ministry, we've devised something extraordinary to ensure your success. Here you are.
Ah, the guy.
What is it?
It is a wizard's field guide. It will help you to keep track of what you are learning so that you master all that's expected of a fifth year. You would be wise to take full advantage of this exceptionally valuable resource.
Thank you, Professor, but what do you mean that we keep track of what I'm learning?
Perhaps seeing it in action will answer any questions you may have. Walk with me and we shall put it to the test.
Alright, my invaders, that is the introduction of Zeke. Let's get to our next character. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, this will also, my invaders, you remember my Love Planet 3 adventures? And I told you I was going to make a ending to the Gia's event, to the whole adventure. This will give you some Easter eggs into some characters. We saw Zeke, and I'm not going to tell you what other characters are going to be in here, but we'll say that Gia we'll have an you'll see a little Easter egg. The whole Hogwarts Legacy game series is going to be an Easter egg for Gia on seeing her little past. Actually, JK. But you'll at least know that Gia is in Hogwarts. Wasn't in Hogwarts since he was in Gryffindor. But Hogwarts Legacy doesn't give me anything that I can create monsters. That'd be cool. But you know, they'll be giving me some some wizardry background. You'll see when the next thing about Gia is. But anyways, let's get to our next character and our house. Ravenclaw was interesting. Fancy, smart students, one of those pranks. And we met Everett early. Very interesting. Alright, let's get to our next person.
A bit older than the
Our next
others, aren't you?
character is Maggie.
You come here with preferences and preconceptions. Certain expectations.
I'm looking forward to exploring Hogwarts and the world beyond the castle and grounds.
Indeed. Much can be gleaned by having an adventurous spirit. But your professors have a great deal to teach you as well. I wonder. I detect something in you. A certain sense of... what is it?
A sense of loyalty? I believe myself to be a true friend. I know I value that trait in others.
You do not give up easily, do you? You are undaunted by challenges that lie ahead. And your loyalty to a friend delayed your arrival here this evening. Perhaps you belong in Hufflepuff. Better be Hufflepuff.
Yep. We're going to explore the Hufflepuff common room. Her speech about Quidditch.
It's quite uncommon for a student to begin as a fifth year. Might be a bit of work, but I'm sure that's never stopped you before.
It hasn't, Professor.
Now, here we are at the entrance to the Hufflepuff common room.
This is the entrance.
Indeed. I would explain what to do, but I hesitate to do it myself, as one errant knock leads to being doused in vinegar.
Ew.
Much better. You must tap
Yeah.
the barrel, two from the bottom, middle of the second row, in the rhythm of Helga Hufflepuff.
Whoa.
Well done. Now go on in and get some sleep. You have a big day ahead of you tomorrow. I shall be back in the morning to collect you for your first class.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoy your first night at Hogwarts. Sleep well.
Oh, looks like everyone's gone. Better head to the common room.
Interesting, interesting. Earthly vibe. Square cabinets. Different door. More like, reminds me of Lord of the Rings. Oh, definitely reminds me of Lord of the Rings and or The Hobbit. Oh yes, interesting. But where's the way down in the Hufflepuff common room? Oh, there it is.
I suppose some introductions are in order.
Yes, yes, sure. Oh, it's interesting. What's behind these doors? Oh. Oh, okay. Ah, more common rooms. Okay. My bad. An interesting small detail that I noticed that the common room, what flute path is it in here is different. But also, did I see any music? I do not remember that. Oh, did I turn the music off? My bad. Here, I'm gonna turn on the music back on.
Such a beautiful owl. Oh, hello. She's awfully regal, isn't she? Is that your owl? I don't know who she is. Likely one of the Hufflepuffs around here. Owls choose their own company anyway.
What's the carriage owl?
You're the new fifth year. Quite the dramatic entrance you made. Can't imagine wanting to call attention to yourself, especially since everyone will be watching to see how much you already know. I'm really not worried. I'm sure I'll be fine. Nevertheless, it is rather unusual. You must feel terribly out of place. Of course, presumably, as a hard-working Hufflepuff, you'll prove yourself in no time. I'm hard-working too, as you might suspect. Sometimes I think I should have been a Ravenclaw. I've rather a searing wit. At least people have always told me so. I'm Lenora, by the way. Lenora Everly. Well, mustn't keep you. You've such a lot to do. Do you really think you should have been in Ravenclaw? Well, my brothers were. We both work in the ministry now. I suppose you could say that wit runs in the family. My aunt was a Gryffindor, though, and I've always had plenty in common with her. Determination, valor, daring. The old sorting hat was spoiled for choice with me. It was nice meeting you, Lenora. Of course, with you.
Oh, he knows French. Interesting.
Oh, Uncle, this doesn't sound like you. Something's wrong. Oh, hello there. You're the new Hufflepuff, yes? I'm Adelaide. Pleasure to meet you. Nice to meet you too. Is everything all right? Oh, yes. I'm just a bit distracted. Letter from my uncle. So tell me, I've been hearing all sorts of rumours. Were you really nearly gobbled up by a dragon?
Yes.
That one is true. Not the typical start to a new school. That's dreadful. Well, I'm glad you made it here alive. Well, anyway, I imagine you have lots to do. I hope you have a wonderful first day. Are you sure everything is all right with your uncle? Oh, yes. He travels for work, always busy. I'm sure he just wrote it in a rush. Nothing to worry about. Thank you, Adelaide. Be seeing you. Of course. And good luck.
And she takes the aunt love right back out. She's worried.
You don't need to be frightened, little cat.
I can't quite reach.
Come on, you went that way.
Hope they can catch him. Big castle for a student to get lost in, let alone a cat. I'm sure you'll find your way all right. I mean, it can be a bit overwhelming at first,
I still get lost sometimes. Welcome to Hufflepuff, by the way. Really glad to have you in our house. I'm Arthur.
Thank you. Nice to meet you. Was that your cat?
No, one of the first years, I think. Don't have any pets of my own, unfortunately. My mother doesn't think too highly of them, especially magical ones.
I'm sorry to hear that. I think magical beasts are rather incredible.
Best thing about coming to Hogwarts. Nifflers, Glumbumbles, Ventrickles. I thought they were only pictures in books before. Oh, Dad did bring home a pumpkin once. Mum was furious. Anyway, I'd better go make sure the first years caught that cat. Don't want them to be late on their first day.
Have you ever had a pet, Arthur?
No. My mother's a muggle, and as soon as the pumpkin that my dad brought home stuck its tongue up her nose, it went right back to the shop.
Oh my goodness.
Nice meeting you, Arthur. And good luck finding that cat.
Thank you. Try not to get lost in the castle yourself.
Is the new Hufflepuff out of bed yet? Professor Weasley is waiting for them outside the common room.
Alright, my...
Good morning. I trust you're ready for your first day at
Alright, my
Hogwarts.
viewers, that's going to be Maggie. I'll let you know when we get to our next character. Oh yes, and Hufflepuff.
Ah, here.
Well, let's cut to playing. I'll tell you about my opinion of Hufflepuff.
Now, in light of your unique situation,
I'll pause when they're done. Hold on. Alright, my viewers. That was...
very
I thought I saw something here that I've been interested in Hufflepuff. That is the Hufflepuff common room. It is interesting how earthly and yellow it is. Hold on. It is fascinating to me how earthly it was. Yellow. Well, I mean, yellow makes Hufflepuff, but the characters are interesting. Arthur was interesting about the animals. Lenore was interesting about the owls and stuff, and about being a Ravenclaw, and a Ravenclaw, and then Adderlet was interesting too, her uncle. I have a feeling that in our main YouTube, our main Hogwarts Legacy series, when we're playing with our Gia character, who's in Gryffindor, we might see more into that somehow. This theory. A Hogwarts Legacy theory. Anyways, to our next character. And our final one, that I can look into, I'll explain after we're done. Slytherin. Or say, Scaworsha.
I'm looking forward to exploring Hogwarts and the world beyond the castle and grounds.
Indeed. Much can be gleaned by having an adventurous spirit. But your professors have a great deal to teach you as well. I wonder. I detect something in you. A certain sense of... what is it?
It's ambition. I may seem single-minded, but it is important to go after what you want from life.
Interesting. You recently learned that you possess a rare ability. I detect a growing sense of ambition, an eagerness for power. Perhaps you belong in Slytherin.
The final house to compare.
You belong in Slytherin!
Skipping the Quidditch speech, we get it, injury, yada yada.
it's quite uncommon for a student to begin as a fifth year. It may be a bit of a challenge, but one I'm sure you're up for.
I can be quite resourceful.
I suspected as much. This is the entrance to the Slytherin common room. In order to enter, one must simply speak the correct password. Aspiration.
Yeah, of course. That's password for Slytherin.
Very well. Aspiration.
Interesting. I'm sitting between the walls.
Well done. Now, go on in and get some sleep. You have a big day ahead of you tomorrow. I shall be back in the morning to collect you for your first class.
Thank you, Professor Weasley.
You're welcome. I hope you enjoy your first night at Hogwarts. Sleep well.
Looks like everyone's gone. Better head to the common room.
Interesting. Very green. Fire pit in the middle. Very interesting. Oh, ooh, interesting. Okay. Looks like something sewy.
I suppose some introductions are in order.
Is that Sebastian?
Already knew that. Can I help you? Oh, you're the new 5th year. I'm Sebastian Sallow. Welcome to Slytherin.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you,
Not
Sebastian.
everyone has a ministry escort to school.
He was a friend of Professor Figgs who maybe joined us for the ride.
Still, impressive. Dreadful way to go, poor fellow. Glad you and Fig are all right.
Professor Figg and I were lucky to escape with our lives.
Indeed. And how did you escape?
It's all still a bit of a blur, to be honest.
Didn't need to press. You just get yourself settled. We can talk more later.
What book were you reading?
A spell book I picked up. Has a few interesting things, but not exactly what I was looking for. I'm sure you'll find out soon enough. But not every spell you may need can be found in our assigned textbooks.
Are you saying some spells aren't taught at Hogwarts? Which ones?
Seems I may have met a kindred spirit. That is a conversation for another time. It was good meeting you. Good luck today.
Waterfall. And where do these stairs go to? Oh. So that's out of the common room, okay. Interesting. Waterfall to entrance, mermaids right there, okay, yes. Interesting. And we met Sebastian early. Wait, what's out there? Interesting. Oh, is that a snack? An apple. Interesting. Wait, what's behind this door? Ah, more common rooms. Gotcha. Snaky spinning rail. This is very interesting. Common rooms is what I guess I'm thinking. Anyways. Let's see who else we get to meet. Now.
Might want to think that again. Ugh, not going to move there, are you?
Here, watch this.
Don't say I didn't warn you. Checkmate. Told you. You should have listened to me. Ah, I know who you are. You're the new Slytherin, the one who barged in with Professor Fig last night. Interesting tactic on your first day, taking all the attention away from the first years.
Hey.
I'm Imelda, by the way. Shame I wasn't with you in Fig. I could have lured that dragon away. My skills on a broom are legendary.
Perhaps Professor Fig's friend would have survived if we'd had your help.
Precisely. Perhaps one of these days I'll show you a thing or two about flying. I can teach you more than Kagawa ever could. Speaking of which, I'd like to get in some time on my broom before classes.
Are you a keen music chess fan? You knew that boy was going to lose the match.
Not really. Much too sedate a pastime for me. Also, it's simply not that challenging. The moves are always so obvious. Why does no one else see it?
Do you have a lot of time to fly during school?
I make the time. There's nothing like swerving through the spires of the castle and around the Quidditch pitch to clear the mind.
Goodbye, Imelda.
Nice meeting you.
Ominous? We get to meet Ominous this early?
I think I heard one.
That mermaid find us that interesting. Ah, based on all the chatter when you entered the common room, I'm guessing you're the new fifth year. I'm Ominous. Ominous Gaunt.
Nice to meet you, Ominous.
Well, you certainly had a memorable arrival.
I'd much rather have arrived on time and without a dragon cap en route.
I'm sure. How horrible. I can only imagine. It's good to have you in Slytherin. Do let me know if I can be of any help as you navigate your first days here.
Did that student say he thought he heard a mermaid?
Yes, but I've never heard of a mermaid showing up outside our common room window. It is fun to play along though, and known to keep some first years on the lookout for hours.
Were you expecting to be sorted into Slytherin?
Most certainly. My family on my father's side are direct descendants of Salazar Slytherin, one of the 4 founders of Hogwarts. Not something I'm especially proud of, mind you. He was obsessed with bloodstained, a pure-blood maniac. Unfortunately, most of his descendants do not fall far from that tree.
Thank you, Ominous. Very nice to meet you.
Pleasure was all mine. Don't be a stranger.
Is the new 5th year Slytherin in here? Professor Weasley's waiting for you just by the stairs.
Thank you. And that in my elevator is the end of Slytherin. Well, not the end of Slytherin. We'll be back. I'll mention why at the end of the video. But that is Score. Trying to pronounce the name I made. Scaborsa's Raidu introduction and the Slytherin Common Room. I'll put my opinions on after this brief match after we get through the beast skipping. So, Slytherin Common Rooms are interesting. Underground wall opening, the wall, the entrance in the wall. No wonder we never saw it. Anyways, I'll be right back. So, my invaders, for Gryffindor Common Room, we are, we're with Gia. I cannot make her jump or thing what to do. Yeah, I can do that. So, we're just coming back here to look in the Gryffindor Common Room, because I can't make a new one to, I can only have apparently 4 saves in the Hogwarts Legacy, which is interesting. So, we all know, if you want to see the introduction to the Sorting Hat with Gryffindor and meeting the characters, you can go back to my first gameplay of Hogwarts Legacy. It will show us meeting Garrett Weasley, Forget the other character. Imelda something? No, that's Slytherin. Nellie will be here over the precariously doing her thing over the fireplace. Gareth will be here talking about his custom butter beer, and then Cassie will be over here doing her work on charms. But hey, that's just us. And for our finale, for the last thing, the detail, the common rooms. Let's see here. I'm pretty sure it's this way for us, or is it not? Yeah. Alright. Yes, this is the girl's way, because I made her MATO. This is the main, kind of similar to Slogan, almost, but with a stove, just a furnace of a fire pit. Mirror, fancy room, yeah, the works, apples galore. And then our wondrous exits is the famous
I've always said that travel.
right, Blue Power Woman. And the fat lady is the exit. Well, from the movie. It's very cool.
Rebellion.
That's pretty useful. Anyways, my invaders, that is it for this comparison video. We will make another comparison video with Hogwarts Legacy, actually, because apparently I found out that there's different ways to find Jack Richardson's pages, how to figure out how to do that. There's different ways in different houses, but we'll do that at a different time. Anyways, that is it for today, my invaders. For now, Rabbit Bear 24 is out.